Good morning, Cougars. This is Mr. Martinez with the morning announcements. Good morning, Joya.
Good morning.
Did you have a great 3-day weekend?
I did. We hung out by the pool a lot. It's pretty
And wait a
hot.
minute, didn't your great grandma have a big birthday this weekend?
Not this weekend, but on Friday, because we had to fly back late Friday, so we didn't miss the party. But yeah, my great grandma turned 100.
100, 100. That is so special.
Yeah.
Congratulations. What's her name? Grandma what? What do you call her? Grandma what?
Great grandma Shar.
Great Grandma Shar. Happy birthday to her. Well, listen, we have multiple flags today because I want to make sure we get all of them in by the end of the year. So we're going to have 3 or 4 flags every morning. This is Henry on the left,
cool.
Michael in the middle, and Marlo on the right. They are all in TK, Joya.
I love the use of beans on the first one. And then I think the use of popsicle sticks is so creative on the next one. And I think the use of Legos is cool too. Like it totally looks like a real flag.
Shout out to Henry, Michael, and Marlo for those awesome flags. Joya, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Place your right hand over your heart and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so big shout out to Henry, Michael, and Marlo for those awesome flags. We're going to be doing 3 or 4 every day until the end of the year so I can squeeze them all in. Welcome, everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 1st. We made
it to June. Yay!
We made it to June. Yesterday was Memorial Day, so we had a 3-day weekend. We're going to have a high today in Studio City of 82 degrees, just like yesterday. It's going to be beautiful. Did you go swimming this weekend, Joya?
Yeah, we hung out by the pool a lot.
Okay, very good. Well, listen, we have something big. I'm going to put a flyer up. You might remember last month, Mr. Newman had his first meeting of his 4th and 5th grade book club. Well, meeting number 2 is today, Tuesday, June 1st. It's at 4:30 tonight. And there's the Zoom ID and the passcode. I'm going to put this in my morning email. If you didn't go to the first meeting, it's okay. You can go to the second meeting. You're going to be talking about the character, the setting, the plot of this awesome book that is going to be covered. It's called A Fish in a Tree. You remember that book, Joya?
I do remember that book.
So if you did not, or you did attend, you can go to today's meeting at 4:30 with Mr. Newman. Joya, we've been saying goodbye to staff members for the last week. Unfortunately, we still have a couple members to say goodbye to. I'm going to bring in now from the waiting room, Miss Corona, who is leaving us at the end of the year. Let's bring her in now. Good morning, Miss Corona.
Good morning, everyone.
I just got done telling the boys and girls that we have been saying goodbye to staff members who will not be returning to us next year. We had a great celebration last week that was really beautiful to be able to properly say goodbye to everybody. If you don't know, boys and girls, Miss Corona has been a teacher at our school for the last 7 years. She taught first grade for 5 years. And for the last 2 years, she's been in 4th grade. She has done a tremendous job in both grade levels. Ms. Corona, what I really appreciate about you is your ability to connect with your students, to build community with your parents, and you always have had high expectations for student learning. So we are going to miss you, but we wish you well in your next challenge.
Thank you so much.
And we've got a couple questions for you today. Joy, why don't you go ahead and start?
Great. So how will you remember your time at Carpenter?
Oh my goodness, I have so many wonderful memories, but I have to say I am going to remember always being surrounded by such wonderful students, an incredibly supportive group of parents, staff, and of course, an amazing administration.
Thank you. Ms. Corona, do you have any favorite memories of the last few years that you'd like to share with everybody?
Okay, so all of my students that have ever had me know that I love to dance. That's just a thing. So for me, and Joya's nodding her head because Joya was one of my students.
So wait, Joya, you were in her class for 1st grade or 4th?
I was in her 1st grade.
1st grade, wow.
Yes. So one of my favorite memories is always the dance-a-thon. From making the videos to the dance-a-thon to getting out there and dancing with the kids and, just having such a great time. Go noodle in the classroom. We footloose every Friday. My kids know we love to dance. So that is definitely going to be one of my favorite memories.
And Joy, you remember dancing in 1st grade in there, huh?
Yep, we did a lot of Go Noodle.
That's awesome. And you have a final question for her there, Joya?
So, do you have any thoughts you would like to share with our school community?
Sure. I guess I just want to encourage the students to always meet challenges with an open mind, have a positive attitude, and a growth mindset. Remember to be inclusive, be a team player, and at the end of the day, always stay humble.
Well, Ms. Corona, we truly appreciate you. You've meant a lot to our community. You always will. And we wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies, we have been celebrating Heritage Months for the last few months. Joya, remind everybody what we've been celebrating over the last couple months.
So over the last few months, we have celebrated African American History Month, Women's History Month, and most recently, Asian American Pacific Islander and Jewish American History Month.
And Boys and Girls June, and unfortunately we're in school for the next 9 days, but June is Gay and Lesbian Pride Month. We are going to be celebrating and highlighting the contributions of our LGBTQ community.
So today, to kick off our recognition of the LGBTQ community, we have a short video from our very own Mr. Newman.
And here he is. Enjoy it, ladies.
Oh, hey, Carpenter. It's me, Mr. Newman, and my dog, Betty Davis. I was just listening to some Sister Sledge because I was thinking about families. Did you know June is LGBTQ Pride Month? The Diversity Committee at Carpenter wants all the Carpenter families to know just how important families are. And I was talking to Betty about the song, and we had this book here, the Family Book by Todd Parr, that I would love to share with you because the message is amazing. The Family Book by Todd Parr. Some families are big. Some families are small. Some families are the same color, and some families are different colors. All families like to hug each other. Yeah. Some families live near each other. Some families live far from each other. That's pretty far. Some families look alike. Some families look like they're pets. All families are sad when they lose someone they love. Some families have a stepmom or stepdad and stepsisters or stepbrothers. Some families adopt children. Some families have two moms or two dads. I think he modeled this picture after me. Some families have one parent instead of two. All families like to celebrate special days together. I remember my 100th birthday. I got that cake. Nah, just kidding. And if you actually believe this was my cake on the 100th birthday, I'm gonna feel really sad.
That's Joya's great-grandma's birthday cake right there.
Some families eat the same things, and some families eat different things. Some families like to be quiet. Some families like to be noisy. Oh well, she's a little quiet. She's on the quiet side. Some families like to be clean. Some families like to be messy. Some families live in a house by themselves. And some families share a house with other families. All families can help each other be strong. There are lots of different ways to be a family. Your family is special no matter what kind it is. Love Todd. Love Mr. Newman. Love the Diversity Committee. Love Betty Davis. Love Carpenter Community Charter family. Celebrate your family this month. Celebrate yourself. Just celebrate. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
And that is our very own Mr. Newman. We love Mr. Newman and his dog, Betty Davis. What a great story for sure. We thank him for sharing that with us. You know what? Before we do the tongue twister, Ms. Corona, tell everybody about Luca's Laudable Laughs because it feeds right into that book.
Perfect. Okay, so there's so many different types of families and they're all beautiful. This week, we encourage you to draw a picture of your family or send in a photo to Luca's Laudable Laughs. Luca will choose some to share on Friday's morning announcements.
Perfect. All right, so we got time. Real quick, Joy, do you have a tongue twister for Ms. Corona while we got her?
I do.
All right, take
So
it.
it is red brick, blue brick.
Okay, so she's going to say that 5 times as fast as she can on a countdown from 3.
Can we
3,
do 10 times? This is
1,
better.
go.
Okay.
Red brick, blue brick, red brick, blue brick, red brick, blue brick, red brick, blue, red brick, blue brick.
You got it. She got the 5
Yay!
in red brick, blue brick. So
Okay.
that is Tuesday tongue twister for
Can I
you.
try it?
Ready, go.
Red brick, blue brick, red brick, blue brick, red brick, blue brick, red brick, blue brick, red brick, blue brick.
You got it out. You got it out.
That's
Guys,
right.
it's time for the words of wisdom. And now for the words of wisdom, boys and girls. Do you ever find yourself making fun of people simply because they are different from you? Do you put them down for their actions or their clothes or the way that they look? Maybe you don't say anything out loud, but you are thinking to yourself, this person is really weird.
Most of the time, when we make fun of others, we don't really understand who they are or what their lives are really all about. Not trying to understand people and just criticizing them causes trouble between people in the world, in our school, right at home. There's an old American proverb that goes like this.
Never criticize a person until you've walked a mile in their shoes.
If you're tempted to put someone down who's different from you, try putting yourself in his or her place.
With something to think about, this is Mr. Martinez.
And Joya.
And Miss Corona,
Make it a great day.
or not.
The choice is yours. Ms. Corona, before we sign off, do you have any shout outs?
Yes, I would like to give a big shout out to all of my students, former students, present students, room 18/tent number 1. A big shout out to the staff of Carpenter and the families that have become like my family. And most of all, the biggest shout out to my daughter, Maya Sepulveda, my 5th grader who's culminating this year. Congratulations, little one. You have done awesome in all of your years here at Carpenter.
Ms. Corona, the great thing about family is that even though sometimes people move away, they can still keep in touch, right? So we look forward to keeping in touch with you. Ladies, have a great day of school today, and we'll see everybody back tomorrow morning for the morning announcements. Bye, guys.
Bye.